So I'll try to make this quick because my phone is about to die. Um, I'll make this quick because my phone's about to die. But I think that there's a simple misunderstanding that I think a lot of us have about how to actually approach getting what you want out of the life that you have. It's really, really simple. There's probably 1, 2, maybe 3 things that you really care about. And then there's a million things that will be thrust upon you that you really don't care about. And those things, those external things that you're less interested in, have all kinds of magical, powerful techniques for trying to get your attention and to sort of seduce you into believing that those things are a priority. You really have 1, 2, or maybe 3 things that you were put on this earth to really do. And if you truly just isolate those things and you every single day double down on those things and only focus on that, it's going to rapidly change the landscape of your life. And I'm not just saying this to you, it's not what I think. I actually applied this sort of thinking to my own life. I was working in a corporate job out of college, and I hated it. And nobody in my immediate world around me had any sort of advice for why I was feeling so discontent with that. Everybody around me was like, "Oh, buy a house, get married, have kids. That'll help you out. That'll make you feel better." But all that stuff's, lower level aspirations in my belief. My interest was really to have abundant freedom. So abundant means you can have something, and then once you're full of it, there's still more to have. You can literally have as much of the thing as you want to have. That's my definition of abundant. And I think the handful of things that you really enjoy or want, you should want to have them, not just a little bit, but in absolute abundance. So for me, I wanted freedom. Freedom usually requires money. So freedom equals money. Well, I want an abundance of money. That's just how it's got to be. I quickly left my job without a plan, read every single book I could about business, literally anything, didn't matter what it was. There's a couple that I think are the best. You could ignore the rest. I'll share those later, what those books are. But I just focused on building a business. And then I also focused on, the one secondary passion I have, which is cars and motorsports. So I really like cars, but I also like racing cars. The problem with that is that's a super expensive sport. And it's funny because I didn't come from a background where people, got to do something like that. Most people don't have the money to go racing. For me, I just got sick of accepting that. I just kind of got tired of people telling me, "Hey man, the thing that you want to do is super expensive. It's super pricey. That's for rich kids. You're not a rich kid. Sorry, find something else to go do." And I just got tired of hearing people tell me that. So I said, well, if these kids they're born rich kids, I'm going to become a rich kid. That's the only way around it. And, a couple of years of just every day sticking to that goal, not getting too distracted. Here I am, before age 30. I can go do the things that I like to do and that, nobody really believed could be done. you know, in 2023, I'll be racing cars throughout America. I'll be racing things like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsche, on some of the best tracks against some of the best drivers in the world. When I was a kid, everybody told me, you know, you can't do that. Again, you don't come from rich parents, but I found my own way. And I just think that overall, if I summarize what I'm trying to get across to you, is that there really is, as cliche as it sounds, so much more potential lying under the hood of any individual that actually really wants something. The things that they tell you are there to hold you back are fabricated. They're not as real as they want you to believe that they are. You don't have this, you don't have that, you're not educated, you don't have access to this. You have a phone in your pocket that supercharges your access to everything. I mean, how many times have you asked somebody for something? Straight up just been like, hey, you have something, I want that thing, how can I have it? How can I get that from you? How can you help me out? Most people don't even ask for stuff. One of the biggest things I learned, you know, is just straight up asking people for things. When I was getting started in business, I didn't know anything about business, what a business plan was, anything like that, how to raise money from investors. I just started asking people. I would email random people that seemed to be successful. I said, hey, you know, you look like you run a pretty big business. Have you ever raised money before from investors? What's that like? Well, everybody at the top, despite what you're told, everybody at the top loves to see somebody at the bottom who's trying to get to the top. I know the news and the media try to tell you that, oh, the guys at the top, they're trying to keep everybody down. I don't know. It's not really true in my experience. In my experience, the thing keeping you down is you, motherfucker. All right? So, I don't know. Just wanted to crack this video out. If it's interesting to you, I'll make more. But yeah, I think ultimately you got the one or two things you want to achieve in life. You first got to figure out what that is. You really got to think deeply about it. And then you really got to commit to it. I mean, you know, I don't want to give like cliched advice, but the truth is the truth. Like, there's a million things that are going to try to get you to subscribe to them. When you got the one or two things that matter the most. If you blindly double down on those things, you'll get a lot closer to your dreams than you ever thought you could do. So just want to share that with you. And if this kind of thing is interesting, I'll make a couple more videos and just kind of share more about how I think you could achieve your goals faster. So thanks for watching.